Another, good win for our guys tonight. Kind of a workmanlike performance. I thought defensively we were pretty good for most of the night. I got a little choppy offensively in the second half, but found a way to grind it out. I thought a lot of guys really were good defensively. I thought Rashawn came in and was really, really good for us coming off the bench. Anytime you see, 11 rebounds, like from Nate Clifford, even though his scoring wasn't going, he found other ways to contribute. And, sometimes you got to find other ways to win games, and that's what we were able to do here tonight.
A lot of times, even in the second half, you were forcing San Jose State into tough shots late in the shot clock. That's kind of the goal on defense, isn't it? Is that executed as well as you've done all year?
It's one of them. I mean, yeah, I think, it starts, transition defense is huge, taking them out of, like, their early actions that they like to run, and hopefully you're making them play in a one-on-one situation or isolation situation at the end of the clock, and I thought we were able to do that a ton tonight. And, yeah, that is the goal, and it's difficult to score that way, over and over. And I agree. I thought our guys did a really good job. I thought their communication was good. They run good offense. They've got a lot of shooters everywhere. But I thought we made it hard for them. They had to work really, really hard to get good shots.
In a lot of ways, it seems like an extension off your last one. Very physical inside, control the paint, and the offense and defense is not relying on the threes. Is that really the style that you
I don't think we were very physical on offense tonight, but I did think we were on defense. Give them credit. They're a scrappy group. I don't think we did as good of a job, in the lane with the ball. But, again, we had 24 assists, and we were able to find easy baskets, and so I thought that was good. Like I said, their zone slowed us down a little bit, but I thought the physicality on the defensive end was really good.
Rashawn ties his career high with 13. If he plays as good as he has lately, just what is the ceiling for this team?
I mean, that's hard. I mean, look at our league. I mean, there's so many good teams in our league. I think we're one of them, right? We can beat anyone on a given night. Early in the season when we were playing well, I mean, Rashawn was a huge part of that, right? I mean, think about it. Patrick didn't play against Creighton. Same thing in Washington. I mean, he's played well. I think, he went through some injury stuff and missed a lot of practice and some time. And I think what you're seeing from him now is he's been in practice every day. He's been playing now consistently. And sometimes freshmen, you kind of go through that little bit of a freshman wall, so to speak. And now you hit this time in February. And, hopefully he's kicking it back into gear. He's seen more games. His confidence is building back up. And, yeah, he was big for us tonight.
Does it feel like consistent defensive effort is starting to carry now, not just one game, but game to game, week to week?
I hope so. It needs to. If we want to go where we want to get to, obviously that's been a point of emphasis. I thought that's been a huge spark to us starting to play better. It starts on that end of the floor, and I know Harris. I thought we played decent defense even in Laramie, but I thought we've carried that over. And when we do that, this team's been able to find ways to score points. But the defense has been really good, and we're going to have to keep doing that every night out to have a chance.
This is the second game in a row where you guys end up in a positive point differential on Isaiah Stevens' minutes. Kyan Evans looks like he's more confident out there. You mentioned the freshman wall. What have you just kind of seen out of Kyan these last couple of
I think same thing. He's going to be a terrific player. He's smart. He's athletic. He's got talent. He's confident. And obviously he's playing behind a pretty good player, so he doesn't get as many minutes sometimes. But I think just like Rashawn, I think sometimes you kind of turn a corner here when you get into February and you've played a lot of games. You kind of understand your role. You've seen just about everything, and you can just see his confidence building. And so both of those guys as freshmen, I think are going to be huge keys for us down the stretch. And I think that they've played a lot more confident and played better here as of late.
How fun is it every time you get a chance to coach against Tim? Obviously, is that a big impact in your career? And then obviously last year, him beating you here and now getting kind of a little bit of revenge tonight.
Oh, did you have to bring that up? A lot of people beat us last year. We had a lot of people that we had revenge to. So, you know what? What's interesting is, I mean, obviously Tim is a great friend. He's a great coach. He's, wouldn't be where I am without the opportunities he's given me. But I think maybe he'd say the same thing. I don't like playing against friends. I don't enjoy that. it's just kind of what it is. But, once the game starts, you're both competitors and you want to win, and every game's massive. But respect the heck out of him, but I don't particularly enjoy playing against him, if I'm being honest.
Coach, you've coached some fantastic teams over the course of your career. So far into the season, what's been your biggest overall takeaway from this group of guys?
I mean, I think it's the off the court stuff. I think it's just the connection of this group and how close they are, how committed they are to winning. They don't have bad days in practice. They're coachable. I mean, I think that's the secret sauce. We've got some talented players, but it's just the camaraderie, the togetherness, the coachability. Those things are just off the charts. And that's why, when you have some adversity like you do in every season, I think that's really what starts to define your team. Can you respond to that and grow from that? If you can, you got a chance to have a heck of a season. And this team has shown that they can do that. So obviously there's some things you do really well on the court, but I think it's the other stuff, the culture piece, that makes this group really special.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.